Question: how many holiday seasons, when the holiday season was over, did you take your little hand, tap your cheek, and go, I'm not going to do this again next year? I wonder what those thises or those or that's were. Back in a minute. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Instant Coffee with Jan show. How's everybody doing today? I know we don't have the lady here. I'm taking the subway. Well, I guess I gave her the day off. I want to talk to you today about something that has commonly happened to every one of us at least once, or maybe we forgot about it, or maybe it didn't happen if you're one of those fortunate people. Did you ever look back on a holiday season with the slight feeling of regret about not doing things a certain way that, well, maybe the plans could have been better? Maybe the plans could have been more thought out or whatever. Did the person maybe overspend? And then, as I always say every year, January still comes, right? When people are just having so much fun with their credit card usage in December, getting caught up with the holidays and the lights and the festivities. And all of this is fun. It really, really is. And for those who follow certain traditions and whatever. And here's the thing, we just can't get all caught up with that. But here's something we can do to prevent some of the ouchiness, I'll call it the ouchiness, and the land of possible regret that some of us have at the end of the season. Here we are, we're only in the middle. Well, we're actually leaning towards the latter part of October. So depending on when you're viewing this right now, this is the latter part of October. And even if you're watching this in the spring or summer, it's a good reminder, okay, that we still have plenty of time to get a little more organized in our finances before, we hit the stores or before we tear out the plastic. I mean, we have to be, first of all, we have to be honest with ourselves, and we still can't live beyond our means. And that even includes holiday spending. Now, hopefully, because we pretty much know, now for those who celebrate the traditional holiday of Christmas every December 25th, for example, for those who celebrate it and still have a little bit time, I mean, not enough time, I asked myself, but didn't we know it was December 25th all year kind of thing? But that's how I think. Everyone is different, of course. You know what I'm trying to say. But it's still fairly early. So it's not terribly early. It's not like back in August or July or May. It is now getting near crunch time. I feel this way once you get to November 1, in my opinion. It gets pretty much down to crunch time, especially if you're shipping items and this and that and that and this. Here's my recommendations to take some of the ouchiness out of the holidays. Number one, prepare as much as you can early enough. A lot of the things that can be prepared, like even Christmas cookies, for example, you can prepare them, you could freeze them. They last about 2 to 3 months in the freezer. Although some people like the hecticness of the last minute, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're finding enjoyment from that, kudos, that's great. But if you're the kind of person that does not like to get overwhelmed, and then what happens is some people get so overwhelmed that actually nothing happens, and then certain things are skipped over and missed. So you don't want to fall into that category. I'm just saying. So, well, maybe you could consider getting at least some of the Christmas cookies done and put away. Or let's actually start thinking first of Thanksgiving, okay? But some of the Thanksgiving stuff you could make extra of. For example, if you're making a huge turkey, you don't have a huge amount of people being there at that time, you could cut out half of that turkey that's already cooked and, wow, save a whole lot of cooking and mess on Christmas, for example. Just find little ways to plan ahead. You might end up saving money at the same time, not just sanity and everything like that. When it comes to a gift giving, for me, the best route, my favorite route, is honestly, I like to do e-gift cards. I like to give e-gift cards. It's just the fastest, more, in my opinion, choice-filled way for the gift recipient, because they could pick out exactly what they want, okay? they can pick out exactly what they want from the specific card or the place of which I'm sending, them that equivalent, the money for that. And of course, there's some things where I love to send as far as a wrapped gift goes, but it's not like years ago. When I was younger, I just like went all out on the individual gifts. And, when you have a large family, that's really, really hard. That can be really, really. So try not to get overwhelmed. That's another thing, if need be, because of, the current situation with crazy prices and everything, you just might have to be honest. You have to get honest. You see, if you don't get honest, that's not good. Get honest, get realistic, and cut down your budget if necessary. Instead of giving the mail person $50 in cash, some people do. Sometimes people have to eliminate that and buy that person a beautiful tin of wonderful cookies, for example. I'm just using this as an example. Sometimes you just literally have to trim the list. If the prices go up, guess what? The list has to get trimmed down unless, the extra income is coming in from somewhere else. Please stay by living within your means. Don't go overboard, holiday or not. Just saying, I really, really mean it. Now, before I forget, all right, two things. This afternoon, I'm going to be on the Steve Young 74 channel. It's a very, very good show. We talk about confrontation, very interesting topic. And bring a cup of tea with you. That show runs about 22, 23 minutes. So that's a good sit down with a cup of tea or coffee show at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be on his channel, and it will be a premiere. So I'll be at his premiere, hopefully. And tonight, at some point, coming back to my channel, I have an interesting upload. That is not a premiere, but nonetheless an interesting upload, to say the least. But getting back to the holidays, look, like anything else in life, we are kind of in charge of it, okay? As far as getting ourselves crazy over things or just not being prepared or living with regret. I try not to, because that defeats the purpose of the holiday season. The holiday season has such deeper meaning for me personally. So we deal with a lot of fluffery at times and, the commercial aspect of things, and that could be a bit much too. Scale it down. I was correct this past January when I chose simplicity as my word for 2022. This year, I'm going to try to continue on by keeping things as simple as possible. Who's on board with simplicity continuing during the holiday season? Let me know. If you have any great holiday suggestions for keeping things as simple and as meaningful as possible, let us know where in the comment section below. That'd be really, really great. Have an amazing day, everybody. See you later.